How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your pal Cal, and today we're going to be going over Porkchop yet again, except it's not on an M5 stack card computer or the Core 2. We're not going over Hamlet or Pancetta. We are sticking straight to Porkchop. And Octo from Porkchop man, he's such an amazing developer. He makes stuff so fun. If you're unfamiliar with Porkchop, Porkchop is an ethical hacking penetration testing firmware made to teach you about Wi-Fi and Bluetooth vulnerabilities, give you a tool for Wardriving. There's so many cool things in Porkchop, like all the custom firmware that we go over. The only difference is Porkchop is interactive. It's what happens when an ESP32 becomes a Tamagotchi, Ponagotchi, and a fun daily driver that just gives you a level of interaction where you can't wait to turn on your little swine companion. Now, mind you, this is all halal. All RF in Porkchop is halal, but you do want to keep in mind that this video is for educational purposes only. Remember to only test your own hardware. Please follow all local laws. Don't be a skid. Porkchop is such an amazing custom firmware, and today we're not going to be going over on the card computer or anything actually, except we're going to be talking about a device that has recently become very, very popular again. And that would be the Cheap Yellow Display. If you're unfamiliar with the Cheap Yellow Display, it lives up to its name. It's cheap, it's yellow, and it has a display. Now, believe it or not, this form of Porkchop is not made by Octo. It's made by a dear friend of mine by the name of Zom. Zom just wanted Porkchop on a CYD. So he made it happen, and he made it happen with a few extra features with Octo's blessing, of course. Bless their souls. I love these people so much. And for now, this is only limited to the 028 2.8-inch CYD. So I believe he's also working on the CYD C5. And real quick, there's something that we need to talk about when it comes to cheap yellow displays. Not all CYDs are built the same. There's a lot of different CYDs. There's 4 inches, there's 3.5, there's 3.2, there's ESP32 S3 CYDs like this black CYD that you should definitely not get, and we'll talk about that later. There's also a C5 CYD which costs $25 to $35. That is not a CYD anymore, that is an EYD, I guess, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Make sure if you do want to follow along with most of these projects, there are projects that support 4-inch, there are projects that support 3.5, but if you wanted to just be covered all, you know, make sure every base is good, the S028 2.8-inch CYD is typically the go-to, and on AliExpress, you can get them from Dollar Express for as cheap as $9. So be very aware, and for this video, you're going to need an S028, at least for now. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I think the C5 is also going to be available for a lot of different custom firmware really, really soon, just because people have started to snag it. There's a white C5 CYD, and there's also a, which is not a CYD, that's a CWD, and there's a whole bunch. But for this video, you're gonna need the S028. Let's get started. All right, the setup process is so incredibly simple, and it's all thanks to DAG. If you guys are unfamiliar with DAG, DAG does such amazing work for the community, and the website, which I've covered many times, and it should be your go-to for a lot of custom firmware. He has almost everything, Flipper Zero, even the M1 multi-tool, Evil M5, BW16, and Porkchop, and it's ESPTerminator.com. What we're going to want to do is hold the boot button on our CYD. So we're going to hold down the boot button and then plug in our device and make sure you have the ESP32 drivers plugged in. If you do not have the ESP32 drivers plugged in, they're in the description, the Silly Labs link. Make sure you install the drivers if you're using Windows. If you're using Linux and Mac, you're good to go. This will work all across the board. Make sure you're using a browser like Chrome, for example. Firefox just doesn't work, and Brave browser, it's honestly a hit or miss. So after we're still holding the boot button, we're going to press Select Device, select Serial COM port, and yeah, for some reason, I have 2 devices plugged in. That's not good. Okay, so we don't want to use COM port 54, and we're going to use COM port 7. And we're going to click COM port 7 real quick, and then we're going to hit connect, and then connect device. Give it a second. Sometimes it might take about 30 seconds. That's totally fine. Just let it sit out. Yeah, there we go. We're good to go. Now we're going to go to M5 Porkchop. Well, just for the record, it's called Porkchop, but you know, M5 Porkchop is totally fine. We're going to click there, and right there it says CYD Porkchop, and right there, that is the code that should be on the back of your CYD, which is the 2432 S028R or the S028. It totally doesn't matter, but one of them is inverted, the other one isn't. Either way, they work the same, and they're all using the same 9341 TFT drivers. So we're going to select that and press Flash Firmware. And that was fast. That was incredibly fast. I love ESP32 Terminator. It does such a phenomenal job, and DAG is constantly updating it to have all of the newest firmware available, just so you have a one-stop shop. Also, guys, just for the record, there's another way where you can flash your M5 Porkchop CYD or your Porkchop CYD. You can download the files available on this GitHub repo. This is Zom's GitHub repo. So it's github.com/zomb with a 3 instead of an E, and then /porkchop-CYD-port. We're going to go over here. We're going to leave him a star because he's done a phenomenal job at all this. And we can download the zip file, which will have everything that we need straight from, just good to go. There's also the binaries available. That way you can save them. And if you want, we can go to Be More Selly's launcher, head over to the launcher site. And if you do visit the launcher site, do the same thing because the man does amazing work. So we're going to go to Launcher Flasher. We can flash our CYD with Launcher and then just put the combined bin straight into our SD card and boot Porkchop straight from the SD card. Right here it says it's only for this. I believe he is waiting on the C5, like I had mentioned earlier, and on the GitHub page you will have the entire guide on how you can use Porkchop on the CYD, which it has extra features like flock detection, for example. So you have counter surveillance features on the CYD that we don't have on the Cardputer ADV, and that's mostly because I don't believe they have flock cameras where Octo's from. All right, now that your CYD is flashed, there's a couple of neat things that you can do to kind of upgrade your existing hardware for a little bit more capabilities. For example, you can hook up a GPS, either a Neo 6M, a Neo 7, or a ATGM 336H. There's a couple of neat GPS modules, specifically ones that are 4 or 5 pin, and you can hook them up to your CYD. Or you can get a Biscuit Shop CYD GPS mod, and there's a bunch of neat cases for that in particular. What I'm trying to say is there's a couple of things that you can do to upgrade your existing hardware with something cool. That way you can war drive with your Porkchop. Now, because I'm working on a couple of CYD projects, I 3D printed this desk stand that you can find on Thingiverse and MakerWorld, and what we're gonna do now is plug in our CYD to power. This one has a micro USB and a USB-C port. Let's feed it some power and it should power right on. I cannot for the life of me find a stylus, so I'm gonna use this old sensor. Now that is incredibly bright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit that top corner, go down to settings, and it might take a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna tap the color. Let's get the darkest possible color. Nope. There we go. Paper. That's perfectly fine. So while we're in settings, you can take a look right here in your SD card. You can load up an SD card with your WPA-SEC key or your WiGLE API token. That way you can pretty much just auto-upload like you would on a Porkchop Cardputer. So similar to Porkchop on the Cardputer, it boots up and you got your tiny little pig right there. There's a few animations in the background like the breeze, and if we press on the actual display, we can go through the menu and what they mean, and it tells you right here in the top right corner, as well as after every single tab, what each and everything does. So Oink mode is deauth and sniff EPOL. You go down to Do No Ham. Do No Ham is passive recon. Sergeant Warhog is Wardriving, GPS log. God, every time I read Warhog, I think of Halo, so unfortunately, it took me a second. Piggy Blues is BLE notification spam. Bacon mode is fake beacon injection. I love the fact that he named bacon, beacon, and so on. I like to play on words. Pork Patrol is to sniff out flock cameras. Now, I believe they will be adding more features on top of all of this for specific when it comes to counter surveillance, but I love the fact that this is a feature. I hope this feature just comes to every single one of the Porkchop products in particular. On the top right hand corner, we have our XP counter, and it does go up to 40, so that's really nice. We go to Snout, and that's Evil Twin, Deauth, and Probe, all in one, which is pretty cool. Swine radar is drone, tag, and stingray. So we have drone detection as well. Spectrum, of course, is a spectrum analyzer, and I really do like the spectrum analyzer on Porkchop in particular. I like it on this one, but I really like it on Hamlet. I hope that they adapt Hamlet on the next update, because just the way everything looks, the camera doesn't do it justice. You do still have the bounty board as well as the Swine stats, so you can level up, and BOAR BROS, that way you can whitelist networks on your actual Porkchop just in case it doesn't accidentally focus in on the wrong network. You've got a web remote as well as the transfer system, that way you can auto upload to WPA-SEC and WiGLE.net. And I want to say, hopefully soon, WDGWars.pl as well. So the fact that there's more and more custom firmware coming to the CYD just is a testament on how awesome this little display can be, especially if you're running launcher and you want to switch between custom firmware. I gotta give it to Zom for doing all of this, because man, just the fact that there is more custom firmware coming to the CYD, and one of my favorite custom firmware, which is Porkchop, being available is a complete win. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. When this project was first introduced to me, I kept trying to get to it, but I wanted there to be an easy way for everybody to flash it, because people see web flashers as an easy way to just get custom firmware on a device, and it gets more and more people involved. Don't get me wrong, there's still a few other ways where you can flash an ESP32 device, and there's a bunch of awesome web flashers like Space Han's web flasher, for example, which is a classic. I want to say that most of the web flashers are built on that web flasher and the Adafruit flasher and the Fletcher flasher. That's a whole mouthful, but there's a bunch of cool custom firmware that we're going to be going over really soon that is not just in the realm of pen testing or understanding how 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi vulnerabilities. There's so many cool projects with this device in particular, such as a sports counter that's coming really soon, and a YouTube subscriber counter, which is available right now. There's so many cool projects, including a full Game Boy emulator. I want to say it's a Atari emulator. There's a bunch of cool projects. I want to say that this is one of my favorite devices, and if you're interested in playing around and learning how these projects work and how devices like an ESP32 CYD kind of gets all of the things together right, then explore GitHub, because there's so many cool projects, like an insane amount of projects. And I thank you for watching this video. A special shout out to Zom, because Zom and Octo, man, I love it when devs work together to produce such amazing things for people to have extra firmware than they had on their existing hardware. And I want to say that almost everybody has one of these laying around, more so now than in the past, and I really like it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I appreciate the love and support. You guys are amazing. We'll see you next time.